Hello.
Hello.
Are you talking?
I'm talking, yes. Hello. We're at Epcot today, and we're gonna be doing.
You couldn't tell from that thing.
Yeah, can you see the ball? We're gonna be doing a vlog centered around young children at Epcot because a lot of people think that there's not a lot for them to do at Epcot. It seems to be more of an adult-oriented park, and while that's partially true, it's not completely true, and we can prove it. So we're gonna be taking you on like a little tour around the park, show you what there is to do for young children.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you will see our little girl a few times, but she's gonna kind of direct us to where we're going. So.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Let's go. Alright, first things first is Spaceship Earth. While we aren't going to ride it today, we did ride it with her earlier this week, and she really liked it. It's a little dark in some places, but for most younger kids, it's kind of entertaining. And it actually tells a story and you can learn a little bit, so it's great for young kids. The land and the seas pavilions are great places for kids. There's a lot of slow moving boat ride, on the mover rides, so you can put a lot of stuff for kids there, and we're actually going to go to one of those right now. So probably one of the most kid-friendly rides in Epcot is the Seas with Nemo and Friends, and we're gonna ride basically the Finding Nemo ride. And it's cute, it's cartoonish, it's based on an IP, which Epcot doesn't have a lot of those just yet, but we're gonna ride this and see if it's a good fit for your child.
Why we're trying to find.
Find who?
Oh. Nemo! Where are you, Nemo?
Who's Nemo?
He's my son. You know that.
Yeah, I do.
We went on a huge adventure together.
Okay, now I'm thinking of something kind of cool.
That's a jellyfish!
You're good.
Jellyfish!
I wonder if clownfish taste funny.
Nemo!
Totally, but everybody's looking for you.
Hey, I'm gonna go explore.
Not too far.
Swinging around the sea.
So the Seas Pavilion has Turtle Talk with Crush as well, and there's a Bruce's Sub House, little play area for kids. if you get off at the seas with Nemo, this is a great place to be. So I highly recommend it if you have little kids.
Oh, hello. How are you? I'm just wearing this newly designed shirt.
Oh yeah, what's that called?
Shameless plug. Just capturethemagicapparel.com. Cool.
Oh sweet, thank you. So in the land pavilion, there's Soarin', which, you know, little kids can't ride unless you're a certain height, but they also have Living with the Land, which is all about how you can grow crops and vegetables and harvesting the land in a healthy way and all that stuff. Some kids may like it. I'm not a fan. I think it needs to be updated a little bit. It just looks very outdated. But yeah, it's definitely an option if you have younger kids. Sometimes we go really slow when we're walking at Disney. Another option you can do if you have a little bit older children, you can try the Pixar Fest short film festival. It's good for kids that are probably 3 and up. My daughter won't sit through that. I mean, she's not even 2 yet. So those are for like older young children, if that makes sense. So definitely an option and a place to just relax and get out of the heat and into the air conditioning. Okay, so the next ride we're gonna ride is Journey into Imagination. Okay, so disclaimer here, not my favorite ride. A lot of people's not favorite ride, but our daughter loves the Figment animatronic, so that's why we have to ride it. And I think that a lot of kids may appeal like the music and the colors and the sounds and all that stuff. I think they might like it, so don't pass this one up if you get a chance. And it's always a walk-on unless it's like a 10 in the park. So just keep that in mind. If you need a ride to ride, this one's always available.
I'm Dr. Nigel Channing, Chairman of the Imagination Institute. Hello. On your tour, you'll see how the 5 human senses can help capture your imagination.
Oh, can I go too?
Absolutely not. This is one of our discoveries, the figment of imagination.
Yeah, I know all about the senses. There's sight, sound, smell, touch, coochie coochie coo, and taste.
What? This is odd. Hello?
Hello?
Who is this?
It's Figment.
Figment? I thought I told you not to interfere.
But you've got it wrong, Doc. It's not about listening with your ears. It's about listening with your imagination.
The things we see with our eyes can control the eyes of the imagination. Let's begin by using the eye chart to test your vision. Now, all together, if you would please read line 3.
With FIGMENT, you can see things differently. Sure, you can see with your eyes, but imagine what you could see if you used your imagination. Imagination works best when it's set free. Just turn your imagination loose and anything can happen.
When pleasant, familiar smells come into play.
Coming to play? I'd love to.
Figment, this is not a good time.
It's always a good time to use your imagination, so let the good times roll! Woohoo! You win 1 cent!
Figment, don't! Oh, yeah, that really stinks.
Of course, Doc, the nose knows. One awful whiff can send you reeling. Upside down, now you're talking. That's the best idea you've had all day. Now here's a real open house. Come on in. So, what do you think? Is it me?
More than you can imagine.
But Doc, it's exactly what I meant. Imagination is the brains of the house.
So, as you can plainly see, imagination works the best when it's set free.
You said it, Doc. Imagination is a blast.
A dream can be a dream come true.
Journey into Imagination, you can always stop at the ImageWorks lab, which is like right outside of the queue, and check out all the fun stuff. I mean, it's kind of boring for adults, but for little kids, oh, they can run around like crazy, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. And sometimes they just take off back into the ride. The fountains are off. Oh, I love the fountains. Bummer. So you don't like Figment, right?
Figment's the worst ride ever. Maybe Living with the Land #1. It's awful. It's terrible.
How about Tomorrowland Speedway?
They're all top 3. They're terrible.
Top 3?
I know kids like it, but it's
yeah, I know. So a good meet and greet is the Epcot character spot. It's usually Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, Pluto, all those. And it's in the Innovations building. So usually has a longer wait, so you need a fast pass for it. But it's definitely an option for littles. Littles like them. See?
So we're not gonna go to the side where like Test Track is on because there's really nothing for kids to do over there.
Universe of Energy is closed, Wonders of Life is closed. There's Mission Space and Test Track, and she can do neither of those. So yeah, we have no reason to go over on that side of the park.
So no toddler stuff over there.
There's some flower and garden topiaries and stuff that she could do, but we're not interested in those. So,
okay.
Just FYI, we're gonna head into World Showcase area.
There's also the butterfly house here at Flower and Garden, unless your kids are terrified of butterflies. Some kids are, but you can see some really cool butterflies through here. They're hanging on different spots. I think that is, I believe it's cocoons, I'm guessing. There's some up there. They seem to hang out in like these corners, but from what I can tell, there's not a ton, but there's some butterflies. There's a couple up there hanging out. Butterflies may not be the most exciting thing, but there's something else that toddlers can do. And yeah, hang on there and cool. That's not really cool off, but hang on there.
This Imagination play place is really cute. You can kind of see it has climbing areas, has crawling areas, music. It's really cute. We stayed here for like an hour the other day, and I'm sure it's just gonna be just as long tonight. So, you know, pray for me. And also, it's great for kids, you know, as young as babies, all the way up to, I don't know, 10, because there's this really big crawling area they can like climb up to. It looks like a spider almost. You can crawl up there, so it's really, really cute. It's really, really cute, and it's a pretty big area too. Woo! Here's that little spider thing I was talking about. The kids can just climb up. Hours of fun. So it's really hot in Florida, and they have a splash pad between Future World and World Showcase. So if you have a toddler, especially toddlers, babies, I mean older kids, I don't know if you want to do this, but let them run around in swimsuit, diaper, whatever, and cool off in the water. It's really kind of nice. So definitely an option for little kids at Epcot. Woo! So are we just gonna stare at the water and not actually play in it? Or are you gonna be like my daughter and not even want to get in the water? Just look at it, stand near it, and laugh at it. That's what we do. Whatever. So in World Showcase, there's really only 2 rides or attractions that toddlers, little kids can do or would want to do. One is the 3 Caballeros river ride in Mexico Pavilion, and the other one is Frozen Ever After, the Norway Pavilion. So we're actually going to do both, and if you've never done those, then you can see what the ride is about. So let's go.
All right. What do you want, Mexican? All right.
You also get to sail through a restaurant. Maybe they'll throw some food to us. Probably not.
You don't want this food, it's pretty bad.
Angry face in the water. I'd really scare people if you just woke up all of a sudden.
Excuse me, we are looking for a dog. We'll be watching for you. Viva Mexico!
Okay, now we're on our way to Frozen Ever After. We have a fast pass, so we don't have to wait very long for it. It's cool. Frozen Ever After is great too because it has a little bit of a drop, but it's great for kids that like Frozen, obviously. But even if you don't, it's still an enjoyable ride because it goes backwards at one point. I like it. Our daughter likes it. So it's gonna be our last attraction of the night. I feel like I'm in Arendelle.
honor saved her sister with an unselfish act of true love. And thaw a frozen heart. Let's just call it delight, 'cause for the first time you're there.
For my sister's magic night. To test the limits and break. No right or wrong, no rules for me. I'm free. Let it go. Cold never bothered me anyway.
When I finally do what frozen things do.
I know it doesn't do it justice, but this sunset's really, really gorgeous. We're right in front of Norway, by the way. Okay, well that's it for our little day at Epcot to show you what young children, toddlers, babies can do that they'd like. You know, we did Finding Nemo, where you can do Turtle Talk with Crush, and you can do that. Bruce's sub-house play area. You can do Living with the Land. You could do Imagination Pavilion. You can do the Journey into Imagination. You can do Pixar Fest. You can do that after Imagination, or Journey into Imagination queue. You can do that little area in there. There's the playground for Flower and Garden Festival stuff. You can do the splash pad, which our daughter had no interest in doing. She just kind of stared at it. And then you can do 3 Caballeros, the Grand Fiesta Tour, and Frozen Ever After. You can also do Spaceship Earth, which we talked about at the beginning. I don't know if they'd be kind of bored with that, but I did include that in this, so.
And if you do it, it's because you love your kids, because some of these rides are terrible.
Yeah, they're really bad.
But
yeah, Living with the Land, not our favorite.
They're still rides. Living the Land and Journey Imagination are pretty bad.
Yeah.
But, you know, you do things for your kids all the time.
Yeah,
so.
and older kids, you know, there's a lot more stuff for them to do, like in World Showcase with the Agent P, what is it called, scavenger hunt thing they have, and there's a lot more things they can do, like learning-wise. But for little kids, like our daughter and like toddler age, you know, these are some of the rides that they would be interested in, some of the activities. So.
Yep.
So I hope that helps you guys out, and if you're at Epcot with a little one, you know, check out our list and do what we did.
Yeah. Check out the shirts.
Yeah.
New shirts.
EP.
They're on sale right now. CaptainMagicPodcast.com. And if you listen to the podcast, we'll talk more about this stuff in depth. So if you want more tips, just listen there. So
okay.
Catch you guys later.
All right.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed our video, please give us a like and subscribe, and check out some other videos on the other side. We know you like our videos.